What's the transition from Erin to Hudson like?
It's actually one that's not that bad. I've been working with Hudson ever since I got here as a freshman.
Right.
When I was taking second team reps, I was working with Hudson. It wasn't until about 2 years ago where I, in the middle of the season, transitioned to taking all those first team reps that I worked with Erin extensively. And so before that, I had a lot of work with Hudson, and he's a guy who prides himself in the way that he practices, and he does a great job at it. And so I think for some guys this is transition. For me, it's not that bad, and I think it's a transition for Hudson, not necessarily in what he's doing, but mentally. And I think he's taking on the role really well.
On the field, how are their personalities different?
Hudson's still kind of filling some things out. Erin had been the starter for umpteenth years, here, and he'd been here. He's prehistoric, and Hudson's been here, but it's really kind of like he's stepping out and saying, okay, like this is me, kind of looking around, and we're behind him saying, hey man, we trust you and we're behind you, lead. And he's a leader, and I think he's still feeling out, having complete control, and he's doing a good job at it. And as the days go on, he's going to get better.
Was this the first time you remember Erin being at practice since he got hurt?
Not since he's been hurt, but since he's gone away to train, yes.
When did you remember? Did he come to bowl practice or?
He was at, I think, one or two
Okay.
of those. But it's definitely the first time since he's gone out of state to train that he's been at practice.
What's the biggest improvement you've seen out of Hudson this spring?
I think it's the confidence. He can make all the throws, and I'm sure you guys have heard it. He can make all the throws. He can make the checks and things. And I think it's just realizing that he can make all those plays because he's got it in him. He made a play this past scrimmage where he threw the ball, and he actually threw it over J.J. Green, and J.J. thought he had a pick, but the ball kept going and right over the defense's head, and he fit it into in the perfect spot, thread the needle for a great play. And I think that kind of was a moment everyone kind of stepped back and was like, whoa, that was a big throw, because we knew that he could do that kind of thing, and he's just got to realize that he can do it and do it consistently. And when he does that, this offense is going to light up because we have the tools.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's two guys behind Hudson with Hudson and Bryce, and they're competing right now. What are you seeing out of those two guys?
I've seen that, a lot of competition. I don't think there's a clear front runner right now. I've seen both of them make great plays and great plays of different types. I've seen, Fatone be able to zip the ball in there. I've seen a huge cannon out of Bryce. I've seen Fatone be able to do some different things on the offense, being live in the scrimmage and being able to run the ball as well as throw it, and it's kind of keeping the defense on their heels. And so I've seen interesting things out of both of those guys. And as the spring and the summer continues, then we'll maybe see some things clear up.
How do the players approach G-Day? I mean, how big an event is it, or is it at all?
I think it becomes bigger once they split us up into teams and we figure out who we're going to be playing against, and then it becomes a pride thing. And we approach it just like it's a game. We don't really approach it like a practice.